So when you hear the sound, I'm no longer slave to fear, and no longer a slave to bad health. Yes, sir. We have Dr.Batson and Associates here with us here on another Sunday morning on Sky 99.5 FM. Good morning, Dr. Batson.
Good morning, Mr. Dion. Good morning. How are you doing, sir?
Well, I'm a little bit sleepy, you know, but
I share that that sentiment rather as well. Yeah, you know, to me, I could never get enough sleep.
Yeah, but you don't look like you sleep much, Dr. Batson. You look like you get what? Like how many hours sleep do you get?
No, I get a fair amount of sleep, you know, because at least now, because of how my schedule is, you know, I am afforded a lot more rest, which I do need, eh? So yeah, sometimes because I could go maybe to bed, let's say maybe 10, and I'll normally get up about what 6
o'clock.
Yeah, to go to the gym. So yeah.
Okay.
My hours.
You do this every morning.
Most of the time. But you know, sometimes I could adjust accordingly. I may have to go to the gym in the night and just shift around. But I sleep a lot during the day. If I'm home during the day, I would sleep.
You sleep?
Yeah, I have and would sleep very good at the same night. Don't have a problem. Yeah.
I can't sleep in the day.
I always hear
in the day.
I always hear people say that, and I find that so strange. Just like, why you can't sleep in the day? I think you should be able to sleep whenever you want to sleep. That's like saying you're hungry, but you just don't eat. I mean, even though you have specific times to eat, but that's where you're hard and fast and say you're hungry, but you wouldn't eat until maybe every 6 hours in your meal, and you're literally really hungry. And if you do your body that, you'll end up in problems. So
I feel.
Go ahead.
You know, I feel like I could be tired.
Right, and you still wouldn't be able to sleep.
If I go lie down or something, it's always I can't do it at all. Like my mind says it's daytime, so you're supposed to be doing something.
Really?
You can't be.
I thank God. I thank God I don't have that problem, and especially now since I discovered Nerve Restore. Well, oh gosh, it gets even better. Better. So it's always a pleasure to be here. A pleasant good morning to the listeners of Sky 99.5. We're going to be discussing health from a natural and integrated perspective. Of course, you heard I mention Nerve Restore. So, of course, I'm going to talk a bit on insomnia, anxiety, depression, that type of thing. We're also going to touch on circulation. You know, circulation, is always a major issue that affects so many persons. As far as eyesight to your limbs, a lot of persons who end up amputees ended up as an amputee because of the situation with poor circulation in the legs. If you end up with detached retina or macular degeneration, then you in a situation where you could end up blind as a result of poor circulation. So, you know, those are some of the things that we're going to actually speak about today. Of course, it's an open forum, so whatever questions you may have, feel free to call in to ask those questions. Keep in mind our clinic locations and telephone numbers. We are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. We're also on the corner of Ramsey Trace and the SS Erie Main Road in Davie, as well as Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and Tobago is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. That number for the Chaguanas office is 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 314-9975. That's 314-9975. And those numbers for Davie is 223. That's 223-7515, as well as 223. Yes. Okay. I know you usually have two numbers. Right. 341-4813. That's 341-4813. Okay, so sleep, insomnia. You know, a lot of persons, let me say quickly a pleasant good morning to all our social media audience. On Facebook, a pleasant good morning to Miss Pauline McKenna, Miss Anne-Marie Bab, Miss Marcia Lentrin, Miss Arlene Gordon, Fatiba Mohammed, Sherry Alexander, Honey Bay is in the house. Good morning to my favorite duck, Shakil, good morning. Funny way, there's always come and stir. Add some pepper in the food. And our fans on Instagram, pleasant good morning to you guys as well. We are Batson Associates Limited on Facebook. We are Batson Associates TT on Instagram. And on YouTube, we are Batson Associates Trinidad. So again, as it relates to insomnia issues, a lot of persons have issues. 1, falling asleep. 2, remaining asleep. Or like Dion, you just can't sleep in the day because your mind is thinking, oh God, it's daytime and I'm supposed to be doing something. But no, if you desire a rest, and especially if it's a much needed rest, which I'm sure Dion would have much needed rest needs because he works a lot, it means that your body's supposed to be able to say, hey, I sleep. So it means that something is a bit out as it relates to the central nervous system. Now, there were some programs ago where I highlighted the different phases or the different states of sleep. So you really have 2 types of sleep, which is REM sleep and non-REM sleep. REM, of course, is an acronym for rapid eye movement, and non-REM sleep is rapid eye movement sleep. Usually, REM sleep is deeper sleep, right? So you usually go to intervals anywhere between, I think, like 60 minutes to 90 minutes in REM sleep. Then you go into non-REM, REM, and so you continue going. So the thing is, that is possibly how normal or as normal as sleep should be. Of course, you should be able to fall asleep when you want to sleep. You should be able to remain asleep. There are some of us who also have the issues. You get up to urinate, use the washroom, and then you cannot fall back to sleep. You have to wait like about an hour before you fall back to sleep. So you see the problem you would be in if you wake up 3 times to urinate. It means you're really not getting any kind of sleep at all. And it makes it worse because the sleep is actually interrupted sleep, which is the worst type of sleep. That really messes you up. It makes you very, very, very tired. I remember some years ago when I was studying, I would get up like 2 o'clock in the morning, study for like till about 4, and then go back to sleep. And I'll go back to sleep like about 4:30. And it was hell for me to get up. And my parents used to have to be like real rough with me because I did not want to get up. I used to feel so tired. And then I realized after observing it, I said, okay, it had to be that. So what I ended up doing was changing where I would, although for some reason I find my brain works better from 2 o'clock in the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Well, 2 o'clock in the morning rather. So I had to try and study like from 5 to 7, and then I'll just go straight to school. And it worked. It worked. For some reason, I just think I was brighter when I would get up and study at 2 o'clock. I don't know. It's something with me and 2 a.m. Between 2 and 4, for some reason, I could do. I'm quite with concentration and memory and all those things. I think it's at its pinnacle at that time. And that happens to all of us. But I think you just need to find your time. Yeah, I know some persons is between 8 and 10. I know there are some persons is 10 to 12. Some persons are 4 to 6. So you might have.
I guess when I was in study mode at the university, it used to be like nighttime used to be better for me. I think to me it was really, I don't know, quiet, less noise, less those things coming to
I am not nighttime at all. I'm not nighttime at all at the moment. I'm early morning. So it wouldn't have been that I would have been able to sleep or go home from school. What I used to do is let me give you an example. It's not like if you would go home from school, then you maybe sit down, watch the TV, you relax yourself a little bit, and then you go into study mode like from 9 p.m. and straight to maybe 12. And then I can't do that. I would retain nothing. Seriously, it has to be between those hours. And I realized that more and more when I started shifting it based on the results that I would get and my ability to recall and retenance and that type of thing. So, and I know it have other persons because we had that conversation in school among my classmates and that, and we always spoke about that. And I think I actually had started doing some research. I never really, but that's something that I could look at maybe and, see. But I really believe it is. And I think people listening to the program may be able to even testify to that. Some people say that they're not a morning person, they're more a night person. There are some persons I know who would do housework as well. Like my mother's early morning. My mother would get up. Pleasant good morning to my loving mother, Dr.Batson. Only she hearing me, boy. watching that. And my mother I would be like, why does this woman not go in her bed and sleep? Because from 2 o'clock, like 2 o'clock in the morning, my mother just gets up and clean out. So, no, seriously. But my nieces and them just be dying. Just be like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with you?
2 o'clock.
Yeah. That's why I don't really sleep home much again until we finish, until we do some extension or some kind of thing. The house needs to be really big, so I have to be in a room far away. I don't hear because she'll be tumbling the whole thing and making that sort of noise. If she has to come in the room that you in, she will put on the light without saying, "Well, I'm going to put on the light." Yeah. So, yeah, exactly. My niece and them is like, Jesus, this is like a concentration camp. So, but there are some people who know they are night people. They will start washing dishes and turning the whole house upside down from maybe about 9 to 12. So, as I said, in those aspects, I believe it's different with a lot of persons. And I honestly believe it has a lot to do with personalities, whether you're A-type personality, whatever it is, that type of thing.
But maybe to the lifestyle, how they work.
Exactly, too. That's the next thing. Yeah. And a lot of people form certain habits in university, especially with your sleep and even with jobs. As you said, some people, they work night. So if they're working maybe from 12 to 8 in the morning, they have no other choice but to do certain things at a particular time. And because of doing that repetitively for a certain period of time, then they end up, in that situation. So we'll see how that goes. So so in the situation with sleep there, as I said, what could you do to actually correct the sleep? Ms. Pauline McKellen is saying, I'm definitely a night person, doing laundry, housework, everything. Yep. So as it relates to the Nerve Restore, of course, we have the Nerve Restore, which is a product that we carry at Batson Associates. And I thought it needed for me to really highlight this product for the month of June. You're getting a nice discount. Not June, sorry, April, my apologies. You find that we actually able to, because of what this product is able to do. I mean, here you have a product that has the ability to help with cognitive function, memory. It helps with sleep in terms of it doesn't make you sleepy, but what it does, it actually facilitates sleep. So when your body requires rest, you're supposed to be able to lie down and sleep, right? So even if it's Dion is telling us that if he is very tired, exhausted during the day, he just simply cannot fall asleep. Nerve Restore will fix that for you. Yeah, I could definitely tell you that because of what the product does. Because sleep has a lot to do with your autonomic nervous system, which is your sympathetic, parasympathetic, and that is a central nervous system function that is easily triggered by emotion and easily triggered by state of mind and those type of things. So it's if you're angry, because that's your flight or fight aspect of your body. So it's like a situation with a mother who something fall on top of a child, and because of that maternal instinct, she's able to run and lift up this heavy object, which under normal circumstances she wouldn't be able to lift up because of this adrenaline rush in the body. So that is basically your autonomic nervous system kicking in there. So it is a perfect example of what you have to do as it relates to being able to sleep, where you must be able to find a balance where that system tells you, listen, you need rest, go to sleep. And that is one of the things that the Nerve Restore actually has the ability to do. It has adaptogenic properties, one, which means it helps your body adapt to stress. So one of the things it's going to do is going to relax you. One of the things you hear a lot of clients saying is that when you use the Nerve Restore, like Latoya, who works with us in the Tobago branch, she was saying there was a time she had to do some work there and she went home late, like 12 o'clock. So she didn't really get much sleep. She got up her usual time, which is like 5 or 4 o'clock, I think it was. And she realized when she got up, she wasn't tired. She wasn't exhausted. It was like she had this burst of energy, which normally, or under normal circumstances, she would have been totally exhausted. So she was asking Dr. Batson, would the Nerve Restore do something like that? I say, that is exactly what it does. So you're actually able to sleep within a shorter space of time and feel more relaxed, more rejuvenated, more refreshed, as opposed to sleeping for 8 hours and not using that, and the quality of sleep is not as you would like it. That's to tell you how one of the things it has the ability to do. And that's why so many persons like the product and they use it. There was a client who told me, she said, Dr. Batson, she wanted to find out some information regarding her husband's prescription. So she messaged me on WhatsApp and she said, Dr. Batson, I needed to find out so about my husband's whatever. So I sent I voice message. He needs to use whatever the routine or the schedule is. And at the end of the message, she put, and by the way, thank you very much for the nerve restore. I don't know why I didn't know about this. This product is life. And some emojis at the end. Yeah, so and she had a bad problem with sleep. And she has been coming to me for a long time. And we were able to kind of fix it, but it never got to where it is now. So she was like, yeah, boy, Dr. Batson, you should have this product about 4 years ago.
So, Dr. Batson, would you say nerve restore for those people who are who like they're on the go,
yeah. You're working if you have a very demanding job, and I think now, especially because of COVID and supply chain disruption, everybody's stressed out. I was looking at the news and I understand fuel is going up. Yeah. The taxi drivers already they're saying that they're upset because they raise fares so much time, so much studying to go and tell people to raise it again. But some people might think so. That's going to be a whole drama I am anticipating in the next few weeks. So all this anxiety that people have regarding cost of living, well, I mean, thank God the place now opening up, so a lot of people who would have been home but still you're in a deficit because of all the time that you wasn't working. So I think because of that anxiety, nerve restore is needed by everyone. That's my opinion, my humble opinion, because of what it has the ability to do. And I use it quite regularly because of my very hectic schedule and the demands on me, work-wise, family-wise, there are things and that's why people burn out. I was telling someone recently, and I feel sorry for people who work in Fortune 500 companies, managing directors, permanent secretaries, people who go once you're working in the government. And this is not me, this is any administration, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not labeling anybody, please. There's a whole frustrated system because, of course, there's, in my mind, organization just needs to be organized. I mean, that's like just going and sit down in the licensing office, sit down in the passport office. People, Trinidadians know what I'm speaking about. So if you're working in that environment, you ain't gonna be a happy person. You're gonna have some high blood pressure. You're gonna have all sorts of things. So there are some people who have more demanding jobs than others, and as a result of that, that is something that you should use. The unfortunate thing is a lot of persons I have known of. If you look at research have shown that most directors of companies, managing directors, former CEOs, and that usually all of them die from stroke and heart attacks. All of them. So if you're in that situation, it is quite obvious that you would want to prevent something like that from happening. One of the reasons why I actually got involved, apart from always wanting to be a doctor and wanting to be able to help people, me personally, I was always concerned about my health. And, I had situations when I was younger where I could have been healthier. There were certain things that I wasn't aware of. Like when I was younger, I didn't like to drink water. So I had problems with constipation. When I was younger, I didn't understand. I used to have a lot of headaches, bad headaches. Like I would have headaches for like 5-6 days and can't go to school. And I talk about headaches, so I literally feel like somebody there are several drills in different parts of my head. I mean, it was really excruciating, only to realize that I needed glasses. So, yeah, and when I got the glasses, that fixed the situation, because I used to be straight in my eyes and that type of thing. But the point I'm making now is that, because of me wanting to be healthy and wanting to be able to help people, is a matter of understanding what the body needs. And that's the thing with a lot of people. You do not understand what your body needs in order to accomplish what you need to accomplish. Because if you're working taxi from Port of Spain to Samoa, it's obvious if someone else is working from Port of Spain to San Fernando, the Port of Spain to San Fernando driver would have more wear and tear on his vehicle. He would have to service and do more, and that because the distance is longer. So that is similar to professions and your daily output that is required from the jobs that you do. So some people might be a Port of Spain to Samoa people, so their nutritional needs going to be different. But if it's a Port of Spain to San Fernando man or woman, it means you need to give your body what your body needs to carry it at that distance. And a lot of people work in Port of Spain to San Fernando, but they're taking things for Port of Spain to Samoa. I don't think I could have made that any easier or any simpler for people to understand. So examine yourself and see if you're a Port of Spain to Samoa or you're a Port of Spain to San Fernando. And then we could have a conversation and I could say, take it. Because I am definitely, I know if my has been to San Fernando, I feel I am a flight. I am Trinidad to our next country. The kind of demands that I have, mentally and, and doing all what I need to do, and that's not me being boastful or anything, but I just saying that, listen to me, if you don't manage stress, stress will manage you. So you'll end up either with a stroke, a heart attack, a brain aneurysm, or those things, hypertension, all kind of thing going wrong with you because you are what? Stressed out and you're not sleeping properly. So feel free to give us a call or visit. Those telephone numbers are 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 314-9975. That's 314-9975. And Debe's number, that number is 223-7515. Again, 223-7515, as well as 341-4813. 341-4813. That's for David. Those locations, we are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That's the first floor of Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. We're also on the corner of Ramsamwood Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Davie, as well as Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James. And Tobago is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. Let me say a pleasant good morning to all the employees and colleagues, my colleagues, not employees, sorry, colleagues, apologies, at Batson and Associates, our blood microscopist consultants, Ms. Karishma Ramdan, Mr. Rene Bustamante, Mr. Paul Jabari Green, and all the administrative staff and customer service staff. A pleasant good morning to you guys. And someone is saying, Ms. Joyce Dick is saying, good morning, Dr. Batson. So find out, get your information on your nerve restore. It is on special this month. There's a discount you have there, so take advantage of it for the month of April. And, if you need it, keep in mind, those of you who do not drink water, please do not go and take nerve restore with your dirty bodies. Please drink your water, start doing your water cleanse, which means you need to drink your body weight divided by 2 ounces of water for the next 2 weeks to a month. And you could throw in a santulan there, and then you could jump up in the nerve restore.
Let me ask you this, Dr. Batson. For persons, you spoke initially about sleep, the importance of rest.
Right.
What happens to your body if you don't get sufficient sleep, you don't get sufficient rest? What exactly happens? Because there are some persons who say, like myself, I might say that I can't sleep. In the night. I may get a small amount.
Right.
But what is the importance of it for persons who think to themselves, I have to provide for my family. If I don't do this, nobody will do this for me. I have to get these things done. What does the lack of rest actually do for the body? How dangerous is that?
Well, there was a sleep study done by Harvard University maybe about 5 years ago. And one of the things that study showed is that people who work shifts, like night shifts, like 12 to 8 in the morning, you lose a lot of sleep. So I would imagine if you're working night shift, it would also be similar like someone who's not sleeping, because you're not sleeping, so you're up. So it's like if you're working, if you understand what I'm saying. So if you're losing a large amount of sleep, one of the things that study showed is that it removes anywhere between 7 to 14 years of your lifespan.
So is it different? So if somebody says, I work in the night but I sleep in the day, is it different?
You ever hear the saying, day sleep can never compensate for night sleep?
Yeah.
And that is quite correct. The settings, your body like there's a thermostat. Like, because remember, the body's main purpose, or your body always tries to remain in homeostasis, balance, equilibrium. Whichever of those 3 words you want to use, that's what the body always attempts to do. So it means it's like there are thermostats in the body, because temperature is controlled in the body. That same autonomic nervous system, fright or flight, is also regulated in the body. So there's a lot of regulating in the human body as regards to different systems and systems functions. So similarly, it means that when you do not have sufficient sleep, those systems begin to go awry. And then day sleep could never compensate for night sleep because of how it is set. I mean, there are certain conditions that would encourage sleep. We know one is darkness, right? So if you're in a dark room, it is easier for you to sleep, because, especially during the day, because it mimics this darkness, which is nighttime, which is one of the reasons why you're able to sleep in the day. I mean, in the night, sorry, as opposed to in the day. So think about those persons who live in countries where half of the year is sun and the next half is night. You know, their sleep cycles could be messed up. They would have to do certain adjustments in order to not have messed up sleep. And you know, a lot of statistics have shown that those people usually have a lot of central nervous system issues as a result of that change in light and whatnot. So that's one of the things. So I mean, yes, you have to work, yes, you have to take care of your family. You have all these things to do, but you have to take into consideration that if you are not here, who is going to do it for them? So you have to take care of yourself. It all comes back to that saying, your health or your wealth rather is your health, or your health is your wealth. Either way, it's interchangeable. So it's very important that, you pay attention to that. So with that being said, we'll continue our discussion. Of course, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask your questions if you need any information on products, services at Batson Associates. Keep in mind, we still have our road delivery service operating. So if you do need road delivery, feel free to avail yourself of that service. Okay, you just call and let the office know what your order is, and they will organize accordingly. Okay, so over to you, Dion. You could open the lines and let's hear what people have to say. Dr. Batson.
No problem. You're listening to Sky 99.5 FM with Dr. Batson of Batson and Associates. So we have some questions already. You can also give us a call at 624-7729, 625-2759. That is 624-7729, 625-2759. Someone says here, good morning, Dr. Batson. My 2 tubes are blocked. Is there any way I can unblock them naturally?
Of course, definitely. Blockages that occur in the fallopian tube are usually as a result of inflammation in that part of the body. So in order to have the situation unblocked, you need the products that will carry. Inflammation formula will help with that. Women's formula, female balance. There's a product we carry called cyst and fibroid formula. That would also help to unblock the tubes. We'd have to make some changes in your lifestyle. You'll have to leave chicken for a little bit. Definitely Santulan. There's also a product that we use, which is an insert that is very good for any situation. If you have any problems with polycystic ovaries, fibroids, ovarian cysts, endometriosis, infertility, blocked tube, anything like that. It's a 2-week supply, it's an insert. And so far, the persons because we only started carrying that product like maybe about 6 months ago or 8 months. And the persons who have used it thus far, the results was amazing. Very, very good results. So that's something you could look at. But that is a situation that can be fixed naturally.
Naturally. Beautiful. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Green.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Sunil.
Dr. Batson.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I met you about a year ago, but I'll get to the point here.
Uh-huh.
I have an ulcer problem.
Yep.
It's acid reflux with the gas, and that thing ties me down there. It hinders me from walking, stuff like that.
Okay.
And then,
So have you?
I know you have a lot of answers,
Okay, but have you?
Tell me something to you.
But tell me something. Have you ever done any tests? Have you done endoscopies, colonoscopies, anything like that?
Any what kind of test?
If you ever did any colonoscopy, you ever did that?
No.
You ever did an endoscopy? That's where they take a tube with a camera and push it down your throat to look at your esophagus and that kind of thing. You ever did that? Well, you don't remember. So
No, I never did that.
you never did that. Well, maybe that's one of the things that you might have to do. I mean, but apart from that, I can help you with the situation. But if we may need to take a further look during the time we work with you, well, then I'll recommend for you to have one of those done. But one of the things you have to pay attention to is the water that you drink. So you could get the Alkagen water, Santulan, and there's a product we carry called Digestive Balance and Digestive Restore. And once you use those, you're supposed to get some very good results with that.
Well, I get some medication from you about a year ago.
Uh-huh.
Is it a year ago, Brother Green?
Yes, yeah, that would be about a year. That's this the person that I brought to you.
Okay. All right, I remember. Good, I remember. And how did it work? How you found it went?
The woman that takes care of me, that she didn't give it to me, and she kept it in the fridge. A long story.
Oh,
She didn't
shame.
think afterwards it gets
What?
Oh, Lord.
There's all the stuff that we bought?
Yeah, it went down the sink.
Oh, my gosh.
I need to come see you, man.
Yeah, man. That's beyond it. Yeah.
Unable, you know.
Oh, Lord. All right, well, we had to do something about that, man. Because had you used that, you would have gotten some results, man.
Well, I could only ask for the green to bring back to your office, and you see what you could do for me. I'm much better now, you know. And the grace of God, I walk in and things much better now.
Very good.
When I come there, I will be coming with a wheelchair. You know?
Boy.
Nice, man.
So I put the wheelchair I resigned it in a corner.
Nice, that's in the garage. Nice.
Nice, man. Very good. Well, do that. Organize and come and see me, and let's deal with that situation, man. There's nothing hard to deal with. All right?
Until we see each other.
Yes, sir. You too. Take care of yourself, man.
Sure, everything now de-draining on Dr. Batson.
Boy, that's why I tell people, if you know you're coming to take my thing to waste it, like that's especially if I send things to people, like if I give people, because if I'm giving gifts, or when I'm giving gifts, let me say that I make it sound like a real cheapo stay. But
Wait, what's the first thing you said? If?
Yeah, if I'm giving gifts, I say I make myself sound like a real cheapo stay. When I'm giving gifts, I usually try to give gifts of good health now. So I would prefer to give you like a supplement or nothing too
that is so interesting, Dr. Batson. Tomorrow is my birthday. And it's so important that you just took this gift up.
Yes, wow. Well, look at that. My God.
Flesh and blood didn't reveal that yet.
Apparently, Holy Spirit, man.
Blessings, man.
Definitely.
Well, that's sad. That's sad that his caretaker threw his stuff away, man. Because he's always very positive about your products and getting on his feet again.
Exactly, definitely.
So that's really sad. Let's take some more questions here.
Definitely.
Good morning, Dr. Batson. What is your take on sleeping positions? Yeah.
They do make a difference. People who tend to sleep, I mean, they say if it is you do the fetal position and you just put a pillow between your legs, they say that is a good way to sleep. I find it's easy. I could do that. I don't have a problem with that. Either I sleep that way or I am a person's like sleep on your back. They say that's a little better too as well. The people who tend to sleep on the like with this like this, those are the trouble people. When you're resting your shoulders, not your shoulders, sorry, your arms or hands rather, on your face and pressing against. A lot of those persons end up sometimes with problems with their eyes. There are some people that have to sleep with a shoulder, the arms under them, folding like that. That could be problematic. I mean, even if you're doing the fetal position, your hands don't have to come in. It could actually be on the side, or So that does make a difference. I think you need to pay attention to how you sleep. I don't understand how people could sleep on the chest, on the belly. I don't understand the stomach.
I always sleep on my belly. The last time I slept, last time I slept on my back, something tried to hold me down, Dr. Batson. I telling the nation of Trinidad and Tobago and the world, I don't sleep on my back again at all. I was sleeping on my back, right?
Right. But
I felt like something tried
to press,
Try to jump me in the, and what's interesting about that? And I'm telling you the honest truth. I just came home from work some years ago. It was about 9 in the night, Dr. Batson, and I lay down. I was looking around the place. There was light coming into my room. Sounds like a story. And light coming into my room. The place went dark. Right. And then there was some weight on my chest. I was looking around like, what is this? And something was pressing down on me. So after that, I see you looking frightened.
No, I'm not looking frightened. No, I know all those things. I'm quite aware of certain things. Believe me.
Yeah, I do not sleep on my back. Anytime
So you think it was something spiritual, obviously.
Yeah. Because I mean, people might think it's a joke, right? But I saw.
No. I've experienced things like that already.
Right, I saw something moving around in my room.
Right.
and around that time,
right?
And then whatever it was, I saw it.
Yeah.
And the thing, I don't want to go further, but the thing grabbed my hand, Dr. Batson, and was sucking my finger.
Was what? Okay, that clearly whatever it was marking you. It was that is something like a first time, like like whatever it is just saw you. That sounds like it was stalking you. Dion, it was watching you for a while now.
Whatever it was, it was sucking my finger. No, Dr. Batson, real talk.
My goodness.
I kept on watching my finger. To see what's
that was a freaky spirit. What's going on? Where you living? People, careful, you know. People might want to move it. There's some people like that. You know, some people might want to move in there. You know, careful. You want to say sucky finger, we? Well, my story, where I don't even go and get my story again because mine's pale in comparison. I didn't get sucked no way.
I just give you the most interesting.
Oh my God, let me be here. The audience was said Dion and Dr. Batson gone. He gone clear.
Yes,
no. Oh God, that's a good one. Oh my goodness, a finger sucking zombie. We well, look Trinidad and Tobago here. Oh gosh, no. Oh, gonna be a Trinidad and Tobago here. No, it's really song when I'm laughing. Oh my God. Dion, what area is that? People might want to open my. Let me say that. They might want to open my. Oh God, I know.
Listen, guys. I'm gonna take a short break.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God. You only tried to kill my boy. No. Oh God, I'm crying with that one.
Connect with us online at 995fm.com.
Oh my God. Oh God. Shakila wants some water, please. Oh God. I'll take a water break.
This is Sky 99.5 FM.
Oh yes.
You are listening to
I don't know.
Sky 99.5 FM.
Oh yes.
Of Batson and Associates here on Sky 99.5 F.
No. Dion? No, I'm good. I just take another long water break here.
Take a drink for that. Take a drink for that.
I'm completely shamed. The whole of Trinidad here, how I just behave. My God. I have to hide my face for 2 weeks. No, watch, but that was good. Dion, take win, you know. Take win. Take win. If you could sum up a few hundred of them, you go in the stadium, baby. You can't make money like you boys.
Let me take this question.
Oh God. Oh, that was good, boy. A finger sucking zombie. Looked in here.
Yeah, the thing was a nice man. All right, so let me ask this question to just bring the vibes. Good morning, Dr. Dion and Dr. Batson. I always enjoy listening to the program. My son has anxiety and sleeping problems. Does he have to go through the whole detox with the Santulan, or do you need to see him? Could I just come in and buy the nerve restore and start him on it? He is 25 years old and fourth year in medical school. So time is limited, even on weekends, because of the amount of studies and classes he has.
Okay. So his schedule a little kind of tight. But what was the complaint she was saying? Something about anxiety about?
Anxiety. He's having anxiety and sleeping problems.
Yeah, he definitely would. I mean, what I would suggest he does is you don't necessarily have to come to see me. I mean, the normal rule, as I always try to guide persons, is you're supposed to be drinking your body weight divided by 2 ounces in water. So he should be able to figure out that quite easily. I mean, intelligent young man. And if he hasn't been doing that for a while, even with the schedule, try and see if you could implement it. Because, I mean, water is easy to drink, especially. I mean, it depends on the timing of your rotation or whatever it is, depending on the stage of medical school that you're in. You're going to have to start to at least, you know, pick up on your water maybe in the morning and in the nighttime kind of thing. The nerve restore will definitely help in that situation. Once you hydrate, maybe for like about a week, 2 weeks, the nerve restore will help. What would help again, boy? The advanced omega, that's also a very good product because that helps with cognitive function, memory, that type of thing. Cerebral, excellent product. That actually is a product that one of the ingredients in that is what something called Bacopa mumrai, which is a plant that the ingredient, they use it in tests, clinical trials for persons with attention deficit hyperintensity disorder. And you know, children with that disorder, the issue that they have is that they're not able to focus properly. And they found in the studies that when they gave them that they actually had the ability, it improved and increased significantly their cognitive function, the memory, and most important, the attention span. They were able to sit down and focus on the work. So it's actually used as a treatment protocol, alternative treatment protocol, that is for persons with attention deficit hyperintensity disorder. So it's really, really an excellent product that you can use. And once you do that, it's going to be okay. People have to understand too, again, it's the same analogy I use with the car from Port of Spain to Sawa as opposed to Port of Spain to San Fernando. When you're in medical school, when you study in university, it's like some of the worst years of your life, at least in my opinion. When you had to be, I mean, the good thing about it, when I finished the majority aspect of my study, because I had done business first, and then when I started to do medicine, the majority aspect of that particular degree, I was already working. And I was working at my pace, right? So that kind of helped me, but still it was a lot of work. So you have to ensure that you're taking very good care of yourself. You have to. That's a very, very important thing. Okay?
Dr. Batson, she did mention as well, he drinks a lot of water.
Good.
He is ADHD. He gets extra time to do because of his ADHD, he gets extra time to do his exam.
Also, he does have ADHD. Okay, I didn't get that part. Okay, good. Yeah, well, definitely. Oh, well, yeah, that's the day. That's definitely going to help him. Definitely. I didn't even hear that part, honestly. So
no, she just mentioned it after.
Okay. As I was talking about it. All right. So you see, I hit the nail on the head there, man. Yeah. So that's a very good thing. So the cerebral formula is definitely something you want to get. The nerve restore and that advanced omega, and you're going to get some very good results. That's one of the things to with the listeners. Omega is, and I always tell persons this. I mean, at Batson Associates, I'm very particular with the type of omegas that I use, which is why I usually bring in my own stuff, because sometimes what they have on the market, I'm not really satisfied with the quality. But in any case, that is something that you need to do. A lot of people who end up with Alzheimer's, who end up with dementia, vascular dementia, who end up with Parkinson, all those neurological central nervous system dysfunctions are persons who lack omegas in their diet. So it means you need to have more almond nuts, more cashew nuts, more fish. Get an omega-3 supplement, use it, and use it regularly. The problem with people, and then always want to buy the thing and scrunch with the product. No offense to anyone. I mean, yes, sometimes you have to watch your money, but still, this is your health you're talking about. You can't buy no omega and use no one omega for the day. You're crazy. You didn't do nothing there. And the thing is, you're not only looking at the milligrams, because you can have 1,000 milligram capsule, excuse me, which are most of the capsules that they have. However, you have to look at the EPA and the DHA, which is the those two types of acid that you have to focus on, and the numbers must be right. So sometimes I use like about 10 omegas for the day, and I feel the difference when I don't do it in the volume that I'm accustomed doing it, because of memory, cognitive function, sleep. I tell you, I have absolutely no problem with sleep. No, I could sleep on a line. Yeah, really, no problem at all, and it wasn't like that all the time. I know because of me taking certain things, and I tell people I use almost all the products that I sell, and that we bring in, and I recommend for people, Even the ones that I can't even get for myself and I need to go to other suppliers to get, I use it because I know the demands that I have, and I know I don't want to end up in any issue. I really don't want to end up in a state where I can't function properly. I mean, I think anybody, think of you being an artist and you're having problems and you might lose your eyesight. Think of you being somebody who works in maybe a quantity surveyor, you in some profession that requires, I remember knowing of persons who started having problems with their memory, and they were at master's levels, PhD levels, and they couldn't continue. They had to stop because they were not able, the brain wasn't able to carry them. They would have ended up with a nervous breakdown. And that is almost like what a nervous breakdown resembles, in the sense that your body is under a lot of stress. And when the body is under stress, and I made mention of this sometime in the week when I was doing my program on Thursday, what you find is that when you're under stress, research shows that your body needs like 100 times. So think about it. Just imagine if it needed 10, it needed 10 by 100. 100 times that 10, which is 1,000, times the amount of amino acids in order for your body to function properly. Think about that. So it means your diet has to be optimal in order to take that. And that's why women end up with postpartum depression after they give birth to children. Because even pregnancy in itself, apart from the normal stress, pregnancy really takes a lot out of a woman, There are women, after they make children, they have no teeth in their mouth. Some of you, that's why you have to love your mother bad. If you treat your mother bad, you can't see away. I mean, your father too, But you see your mother? Nah, man. You're going to be in some real problems there. You can imagine your mother have a plate because of you. Your mother have a plate, she have no teeth because of you and your brothers and sisters. So you have to understand, they lose a lot of minerals. So when your body that drained, and then you have a child breastfeeding, you're going to feel like if you're going mad, your hair will start to fall, all sort of things will have started happening to you. Because again, you are using there's a car going from Port of Spain to San Fernando, but you're taking treatment or you're utilizing, or your diet resembles as if it is a car from Port of Spain to Sao. And that is what you have to understand. And once you continue to being deficient in those things, you cannot function. You 2 minutes from a nervous breakdown. And people know themselves. A lot of times, I've known persons diagnosed with depression, anxiety, bipolar. It's not that the people have, That is not your diagnosis. That is a consequence of how the body is able to function in. So bipolar is what? Bipolar is people who, when they tell you manic or mania, where you go from very high to very low. So they tend to be always hyper. So there are some people who they experience mania, and some people they're usually very docile, dormant, that kind of thing. So, but sometimes you could go, you could go from one extreme to the next. So, but that is just as a result, again, of the issue, which is a lack of neurotransmitters. So it's like your whole system is like an electrical system, it's short circuit. So because of that short circuit, now some system gone, whether it's the one to maintain your mood, whether it's the one to maintain your memory, whether it's the one to maintain your balance. But eventually, you're going to end up in a situation where everything becomes disrupted, or a particular part of the body has this disruption, and it is now affecting those different aspects. So a lot of times, that's why I tell people diagnosis is not important. What we need to do is fix the root cause, give you the amino acids so that your body could produce the neurotransmitters, your melatonin, serotonin, neoepinephrine, epinephrine, those type of things. And when it is able to do that, you get better. You get better.
Someone is asking a question here, Dr. Batson. They mentioned they have a friend who was diagnosed with schizophrenia. He's 30 years old. Do you know of any cure or management for this illness? And he changed his diet to help or cure his issue?
Most certainly, and that just highlights what it is I just discussed there. Diet, of course, is fundamental to mental health. A lot of people don't understand that sugar damages your nerves significantly. It gives you, what sugar does, gives you high spikes, so you're high, you're hyper. Caffeine, the next thing, a lot of people, those people end up with central nervous system disorders later in their life because of this amount of caffeine, which we know caffeine is a stimulant, is a diuretic. So caffeine causes your body to lose sodium, and water follows sodium, right? Then you have issues with it being a stimulant, so it heightens your nerves. So you're gonna eventually have problems with sleep. You're gonna eventually have problems with high blood pressure. You're gonna have problems with a number of things. So you need to change that. And in addition to that too as well, with schizophrenia, there are natural protocols that I have designed because I've dealt with people with mental illness before. The harder ones to deal with are the persons who have been on medication for years, because a lot of those things are very dependent. Your body get dependent, so it's very difficult to deal with clients like that. I've helped them in certain aspects, but when you're really, really medicated, it is a bit technical, and we have to do certain things to ensure your safety and that type of thing. So,
all right. So we have a call on the line. Hello. Good morning. Welcome. Okay. Could you just lower your radio for us, please? Yes.
Good morning, Brother Dion. How are you doing?
I'm right, Melody.
Thank you. Have a blessed day tomorrow.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
May every desire be fulfilled in your life in Jesus' name.
Bless God.
Amen. Yes, ma'am.
You know who's speaking to you?
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, anyhow, somebody was telling me that some salt, salt good for people like with with their problems with the liver system. Some days person I can't remember anybody salt, something like that. The sea salt, the person name.
What? Epsom salt?
Yes. Pardon?
Epsom salts?
No, I'm not even sure if it's a word. They put to wash, they put on the foot. When I said they put water and
yeah, is Epsom salts?
Yeah.
For the purpose.
You mean no?
For the purpose of what?
Like when you put them in your food now, what is it called? Yeah, like the factors in that to get for like
right.
Like,
sea salt? We're talking about or the Himalayan salt, the pink salt.
Yeah, the pink salt.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember the name.
Yes, pink salt. Himalayan pink salt. Yeah. Well, beg your pardon?
Do you have the pink salt by chance?
No, we don't. We don't have any right now. We should get in about 3 weeks in time. We should have.
Get that, please.
Any one of the health food stores should have it,
So, okay, thank you very much. The person was just trying to remember the story, but the person was 7 days, but this is the health conscious.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Okay, my dear. So is that salt you're looking for?
You have a pleasure too.
Thank you. God bless you. You can give us a call at 624-7729, 624-7729, 625-2759. We have a few messages, so I want to take some calls first, and we're going to go back to the messages. If I have no calls, then I'll take the messages that we have here. So the number to call is 624-7729, 625-2759. Hello, good morning, welcome. Good morning.
I have a question for Dr. Batson.
Go right ahead.
Yes, my dear.
Oolong, good to lose weight?
Yes, it is. That's the oolong. That's why we carry the oolong tea. That is help with weight loss. It's very good for blood sugar, so diabetes. It's also good for memory, those type of things.
Okay. How are you using it? How are you making the tea?
No, if you have a tea bag, you put 1 or 2 tea bags in a large cup and you steep it. Hot water, nothing else. No milk, no sugar, just hot water.
Okay, then.
All right.
Thank you so much, my friend. 624-7729, 625-2759. That is 624-7729, 625-2759. Or you can send us a WhatsApp message at 333-9950. Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Yes, I heard you talk about what are you having to your night? After a big nightmare or the activities in the day continuing in the night?
Activities in the day continuing in the night?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Okay.
He come back. You see, he going to raise the bacchanal. What is this? Oh, they trying to kill me today.
What craziness is this? And have me really intense, what do you
mean? Yeah, no, when I say you going to choke fire now.
No,
you want me to fall down here now?
Hello, good morning, welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi,
sir.
good morning.
When the tea is, what kind of bag is that?
Which tea bag we are speaking about, or what question the person asked?
Okay, could you just lower your radio first, please?
Yeah, everybody to do all the radio on when all the call.
Yeah, we want to make sure we hear what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The tea component losing weight and also help with the memory or something like that. You just speak about a lady.
They're referring to the tea that you just mentioned.
Or the tea is called oolong tea, Oolong, or sometimes they call it Wulong, Wulung. So it's a tea that we carry. Actually, the tea that we get in, we're going to get a new tea called Santulan Slim, which that is one of going to be the ingredients in that product, because it actually helps with weight loss and it helps with your blood sugar levels as well. So that's the tea that we were referring to. So we carry that at Batson Associates. We carry tea for everything. We have lungs, tea, kidney, liver. There's one we have carry called Puer, very impressive tea. I mean, the amount of things that helps people with is really, really good. So you can pay attention to those. We also have the gastrointestinal tea. That's really good too. That helps a lot of persons who have bad problems with acid reflux and that type of thing as well.
Definitely. You can give us a call at 624-7729, 625-2759. That's 624-7729, 625-2759. If you'd like to speak with Dr. Batson of Batson and Associates, you may have a comment, or you would like to ask a question. This is your time. You can give us a call now. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Okay, could you just lower your radio first, please?
Yes, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I have a problem with my knees. My cartilage left on my knees. What can I use to do that? Take care. Where's your office? Can I come in and see you?
Yes, that's not a problem. We have office in, where are you located?
I am in Belmont.
Okay, so the closest office to you would be St. James. We have our office in Red Edge Mall.
Red Edge Mall, yes, I know where that is.
Yeah.
That is main road.
Yeah, and you could call the number 222-8261.
Yes, I'm 222.
8261.
222.
8261.
61.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Blessings to you. We have another call on the line. Hello, good morning. Welcome. Hello, good morning.
Hi, morning.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
Am I on air?
Yes, you are.
Yes, we hear you.
I'm Dr. Batson.
Yes, morning. How are you?
Hi, is it possible for you enlighten me about the anxiety as well as the coma when it has to do with your bowel movement?
Okay, no problem.
All right. I can listen to it. That's no problem.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
So let me make sure I get the question clear. She wants to know, how is the bowel movement involved in anxiety?
Yeah, what's the correlation?
What's the correlation, right, between both of them? But that's actually a very, very good question. The thing is, your bowel movement is, again, a central nervous system function, right? The thing is, which is why when you're like younger and you were nervous about something, like for me it was exams. I'm not an exam person. I'm surprised I did well. And there are people who are very, very bright people, I mean, exceptionally intelligent, but put them under an exam situation and they will do horrible because they're just not, they're not like that, made up like that, for want of a better expression. So what you find is a lot of persons, sometimes with that, there are persons I know before exams, they get diarrhea or they have nausea and all this type of thing. And that's because of the relationship, as I said, bowel movement is a central nervous system function, which is actually your autonomic nervous system again, sympathetic, parasympathetic. So, and that's interestingly what we were speaking about. So you find that with anxiety, you could become so anxious, you could actually wet yourself, and those type of things. because of that situation. You almost lose control of your bodily functions, right? So there are a number of things that you could actually use to do to correct that situation. As I said, the advanced omega is very good. There's also an omega that we carry that has astaxanthin in it, very impressive product. And then it depends as regards to certain aspects, because there are a lot of things out there, supplemental wise, element wise, even in the realm of phytonutrients, which is plant nutrients, and you find that they can actually help in that particular situation. So I'd recommend, like, the digestive balance would help, digestive restore would help, the nerve restore would also help as well too, in actually bringing back balance to that central nervous system function, and in turn correcting that anxiety situation. If you have ever seen anyone get an anxiety or a panic attack, it is a horrifying experience. It really, really is a terrible experience. And especially women when they're going through perimenopause, oh Lord, those are the worst, I think. I mean, they literally have no control over the emotions. They'll be crying uncontrollably in a situation where there's nothing to cry for. It's a really bad situation. But again, we can correct that situation. But the thing is, the nutrient requirement for those persons usually tend to be a lot. So sometimes I have persons asking me questions, Dr. Batson, all of that I have to take. I say, listen to me. You have to understand that you are so deficient that you have to play catch up now. And that's why a lot of people, like when I remember getting a client who they told me, we were speaking about a supplement that we carry, which is the nerve restore. And she was saying, well, okay, I see on the bottle say 1 a day. I said, listen to me, for you have to take 2 a day. Just you have to take, because your dose is now a therapeutic dose and not a maintenance dose. 1 a day is a maintenance dose. In fact, you could get, your system could be so good. Like in my case, sometimes I don't take the nerve restore all the time. Sometimes, but because I like how it makes me feel, then sometimes I'll take more than 1 a day. So I might take like 2 maximum. But I could take 1 every other day and be fine. You understand? Because you would have now passed the stage of deficiency and you're now in the stage of maintenance, right? So that's something that you need to pay very close attention to as regards to that.
We're gonna take one more call because I'm trying my very best to answer the WhatsApp messages and the calls. All right, so this is our final message call for now, and then I'm going to go to some of the WhatsApp messages, and then I'm going to come back. Also, right? Definitely. So let's see how I can manage this as best as possible. Hello, good morning, welcome. Could you lower your radio for us, please?
Hi, morning.
Hi, good morning, sir.
Dr. Batson.
Good morning, sir. How are you doing?
This is the first time caller here.
Yes,
sir. Nice to have you, man. God blessings.
Yeah, man.
Well, let me see how quick I could. Basically, from early childhood, I always had a bladder problem, and during most of my adult years, it eased up.
Right.
Since I started listening to you a good while now, and I started drinking the water I'm supposed to be drinking.
Right.
I started having the bladder problem again.
So clarify something for me. So the problem is what? That you're finding what? You have frequent urinating, you're getting up in the night, what you?
Yeah. Well, not only frequent, not only, I won't say it can be frequent. I would say frequent, not only frequent, is that when I do get the feeling,
right, you can't control it. Oh, okay. That could be based on what we're talking about with the central nervous system function. But the thing is, you can listen off if you want, right? The thing is, I don't know if you ever had any. You hear me? Oh, okay. Right. What I was trying to ascertain. Okay. So you may have that situation. Now, he said he had it since he was small. So I don't know how small he's referring to, right? But the thing is, it could be as a result of an injury that was never addressed, one. But it could also be what we're discussing as it relates to the central nervous system dysfunction. which is pretty easy. Both of, in either way, it's easy to correct that situation, especially now as you are an adult, because it means the nerves, obviously, we can have more control over them once the body gets the correct supplementation, the correct nutrition to bring about that change. So definitely that situation could be corrected. Once it's not a structural problem. If it's a structural or an injury or a nerve pressing on a nerve, some sort of issue like that, well, then we would have to use our next recommendation or another protocol to correct that situation. All right.
Dr. Batson, someone asked here, hi, good morning. Could you ask, is it all right for an 8-year-old to use Omega XL?
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's no problem.
All right. So that's okay. So even though you're 8 years old, you can use Omega XL.
In fact,
someone is saying,
let me say something quickly, Dion. In fact, I'm glad they asked that question. There are a lot of children who should be using things as children and they're not using it. And it's because their parents are none the wiser. And as a result of that, they tend to be deficient with so many different things in the body. So you could always get advice. You can give children supplements. I know there are doctors who will tell you no, but I am in total disagreement with that. Food, always remember this Trinidad and Tobago. Food, and well, not Trinidad and Tobago, the entire listening audience, I should say. Food is not food as we know it, or we knew it 100, 150, 250 years ago. What we have now is deficient. A lot of it is processed. It depends a lot on your diet. If your diet is more whole grain and stuff, still metabolic waste in the body is more than ever because of all the pollution. Look at what's going on with the Sahara dust. Look at what has been going on the bottom there. You smelling that, you inhaling that going on your skin, that going in your hair, that going all in your eyes. What do you think going to happen to you? So you could simply say, well, I'm not going to supplement and I'm not going to take any cleanse because my body is cleansing itself. Well, you stay right there with that piece of nonsense. Don't stay there with that nonsense. And you'll find out where it will put you. You're talking foolishness. You have to muster bound to do it now because of what it is we're dealing with. Food is not, even if you're only growing your own food, there are things that you need. And I'm not saying that because, salesman tactic. As I always tell people, you don't have to buy anything from me. You don't have to. I always provide information that if it is your some sense, you could go and pick up. You mightn't get it exactly how you would have get it if you come by me. But you'll get some benefit because there are people who haven't come by me, and I'm sure based on the program, the young man say, based on the program, you either start drinking more water, you start using the olive oil, you start using the baking soda, so you get some sort of benefit. So that's the point. You need to be able to take the advice and make the advice, adapt to the advice and make it tangible, feasible for you, where you actually get results. If you are diabetic and you're listening to me by now, I don't think your blood sugar is supposed to be the same thing based on all what we're discussing. We talk about okra water. We talk about using a lot of karaili, a lot of sweet peppers. For kidneys, we talk about using parsley. There are a number of things. So just listening to that alone. I don't sell parsley, well, as yet. Celery, cucumber, not as yet, but you'll go and get it and it will benefit. Look at when we discussed the raisin water for cleaning the liver. So you understand? So all those little nuggets, if you take it and, appreciate it and really apply it, you should see some difference in your life and your lifespan, right? I mean, but if you come and buy a nerve restore, that definitely will benefit you, right? Santula and Alkagen water, right? By the way, we have gotten eye optics formula in stock, full stock. So we did apologize for that little delay, the supply chain even more disrupted than it was even before. We got your eye optics formula. So you could always go to the offices. Tobago would get their own this week coming here, but all the offices, Shogunas, Davie and St. James, they have. So you could always call and pick it up. We have Nerve Restore as well too. So you could also get that. All right.
Dr. Batson, someone is asking here, good morning, Dion and Dr. Batson, morning blessings. What can cause an irregular heartbeat?
Irregular heartbeat is deficiency in minerals, or minerals out of balance, primarily magnesium, potassium, sodium, calcium. Those 4 are what would going to affect the heart the most. So there is something there that needs to be adjusted, right? You may need a little detox to check your water. You know, of course, with me, I always tell people water is everything. So make sure and check your water.
Beautiful. Someone says here, good morning, Dr. Batson. What do you recommend for neck pain if you slept badly?
You need to get a massage. Yeah, get a massage all that kink out of there and you'll be good.
Massage. Beautiful. Good morning, everyone. What is the benefits of green defense?
Oh, green defense is a product that is primarily primarily its ingredient profile has which one? What green defense have in it again, boy? There's immunity. I believe that has echinacea. It has a few other things. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it's primarily green aspect, but associated with defense of the body. So what it will do is boost the immune system response. It will reduce inflammatory response. It's also very good for people with low blood count. It builds up your blood count very, very quickly. Look, I see somebody is asking of how good is B6. That is one of the things that it has in that, you know, with nutrient-dense greens, you usually get your Bs from that. Mushrooms as well too. We have some really good products coming in the next 2-3 months. There's going to be some those powders that we're going to be bringing in with like the acai berry, the grape seed. So those will be like in the pouches where you could actually use the powders in your smoothies or mix it in water and drink it. We're going to get a lot of those. We're actually getting a really good mushroom blend too as well. I'm a big advocate of mushrooms, huge, because of what it does for the immune response, anti-cancer, those type of things, and very, very good. So we have some good things coming. Santulan Slim, I can't wait for that product to finish because I know we have a lot of people waiting on that. And it's just going to work as good as Santulan, but less bowel movement aspect and more weight loss aspect. We'll also be getting back the collagen and hyaluronic acid product. We should have that in about the next week as well, 2 weeks. You know, that for the gentleman who asked about the cartilage, that's one of the things that's going to help with that. We also going to be having some collagen products coming in as well too. So we have some good things, and you know, we always try to keep it as best as possible as it relates to, you know, potency and efficacy. You know, that's something that I do make joke with. You know, so we're working assiduously on that. Okay, so again, let me just give you those telephone numbers quickly. You can give us a call on 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 314-9975. That's 314-9975. And for the number in Debe's number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515, as well as 341-4813. 341-4813. And those locations, we are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Chaguanas. We're also on the corner of Ramsey Mood Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe, as well as Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and Tobago is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago.
Dr. Batson, someone says, good morning. A friend of mine is A friend of mine has renal failure and doesn't want to do dialysis. Any chance seeing the doctor can help her have a better quality of life? Thank you.
Most definitely. Definitely. The mere fact that she's not on dialysis, it is a greater chance of helping her. Now, I don't know to the extent of the renal failure, because I don't think it's renal failure because she would have not been alive without the dialysis. So it just means the kidney is possibly in a real bad state. Maybe the creatinine is high, the bond is high. Then they have to look at the GFR, which is the glomerular filtration rate. So I don't know what stage the kidney at, if it's maybe 3 or 4 or 5, but most likely maybe 4. If it was 5, she wouldn't have been. She would have been in some problems. So yeah, definitely we'll be able to help in that situation. The kidney tea is something that you could look at getting in the meantime, maybe when you have to wait for an appointment. You would be able to see any one of the consultants I could review, which would make your visit a faster visit. if you insist to see me, and that's what I'm telling persons a lot of times, if you don't, some people insist they want to see Dr. Batson, good, I could respect that. You just have to know that your wait is a longer wait than opposed to if it is you come and you deal with either Mr. Bastamante, Miss Karishma Ramdan, Mr. Green, who are quite competent. When I'm telling you competent, these people and them, sometimes when I sit down and listen to them, I say, hey, like, they get better than me. Yeah, they're good. These are people who have been working with me for some years, and they're quite experienced and knowledgeable in what it is we're doing. And I need the help. I can't see everybody. That is humanly impossible. And I'm not doing myself that, because then I'll be a dead doctor and then I can't help anybody. Right? So once you do that, you're able to think, I will just do the review, which will be easier for you, so to get you in the door quicker. All right? Keep that in mind.
I'm just going to take 2 more messages and then we're going to go back to the phone lines. Someone says, good morning. I have numbness and tingling in my back, hand, and the legs, sciatica, and a pinched nose. What can I do to help this?
What was that? Sorry, repeat it.
This person says, I have numbness and tingling in my back, hand, and the legs, sciatica, and a pinched nose. What can I do to deal with this issue?
Whoa, that's a lot of things, boy. But you need to get some inflammation formula. That would definitely help you. You need to get some of the collagen and the hyaluronic acid, the astaxanthin omega, that will help as well. And the silver with the mineral formula will also help. Yeah, and you need to see a chiropractor or a physiotherapist ever so often. Okay.
All right, so beautiful. Let's take this last one for now. The pink salt is not really sold in groceries, is it, Dr. Batson?
No, the groceries don't have that. The groceries don't have that. We, as I said, we get in like maybe in about the next month. Some of the health food stores is carrying, but those things are sell out quickly, yeah, because a lot of people getting more knowledgeable about it, and
All right. Someone is saying here, I've been having problems walking for the last 6 years. It started by swelling of my ankles. Then I fell twice. Now I am using a walker, attending clinic. They say it's a nerve problem. And they're listening about the nerve restore. Can that help?
You think it's nerve restore? It help, but you can't use nerve restore alone. We're gonna have to do a protocol for you. That person gonna have to come and see us, or at least call in, and maybe we could do the consultation over the phone, and then I review it, and then we go from there. But definitely, we could help you with that situation, for sure.
All right, so let's take the calls. When you are calling, just please make sure we understand that you're listening to the program on the radio. But when you are calling, you must lower the radio down, else we would not be able to take the call or hear what you're saying. And we want to hear what you're saying, all right? So if you're calling, just make sure you lower the radio or take it off and speak to Dr. Batson on the phone, all right? So let's take the call, 624-7729, 625-2759. Hello, good morning, welcome.
Hello, morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Batson.
Yes, ma'am.
I sleeping tablet for a little while because my husband died, and I took the first vaccine and it triggered off and it was acid reflux bad. But I did an endoscopy and it's nothing wrong. I use Nexium and other products and it helps a lot. But it is sleeping tablet. I'm in Damicum now, half and whole one.
Lord.
And I was in Xanax, so I come down to a little piece now.
Okay.
But to get off the tablet, I have a sleeping problem a long time.
Okay. We can help you with that, man.
I
say, yeah, we can help you with that. I deal with people. The last person I dealt with couldn't sleep, had sleeping problem for 20 years. She good now.
Okay.
Good as ever. She'd never believed she'd have been able to sleep properly. That's not hard to fix, you know. It's just a matter of fitting as I tell people, dotting the I's and crossing your T's. We need to figure out what is wrong, where it is wrong, and then once we do that, we correct it. You're going to have to look at your diet differently because I don't know you well, so I don't know what you eat. I don't know how you eat. But most people.
I eat like vegetables and everything, but since the stomach reacted, I have to eat something heavy to keep the stomach going good. So I end up with a piece of roti in the morning, vegetables and boiled egg, and then lunchtime I have some rice with the cucumbers, a lot of cucumbers and watercress and things.
Right.
And then at the bite, I still want something to put this out of something small. And by 7:30, I will eat a piece of roti, whole wheat roti, with whole vegetables. Because I never used to eat like that before, but since the stomach not settled and it wants something heavy, if I put something, I feel sick.
Okay, we could fit. I can help you. I can help.
After reflux problems from last year, August.
But we could correct that, man. We could correct that. Which area are you calling from?
I'm Gasparilla.
Okay, so you could come either Davy or Shoguna's office. Yeah, call the office. You have the number?
Yeah, I was writing on it. I was listening to the whole program. I'm a first caller.
Okay, good man.
I was like, I write down all the numbers.
Okay, good. Well, give us a call and I'll fit you in. I'll make a space for you some way, somehow, and I'll let you come and deal with that. We could correct that, man. That is nothing hard to deal with. Take what I'm telling you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Tomorrow is sleeping tablet.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Batson.
Okay, God bless you. Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Hi.
Hi, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Maybe you could answer Dr. Batson the question. I have a real thyroid problem with all the blood work that I did, and it has me so nervous and weak and helpless. I was wondering if you could help me. So you could ask him the question. Let's talk with.
Okay. All right. She didn't realize I was here now. I wanted to ask her a question. The thing.
Ma'am, are you there? Hello, ma'am, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Speak directly to Dr. Batson.
Okay.
Just lower your device, lower your radio. Right. Go ahead. You go right ahead.
Go ahead?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Dr. Batson.
Hi. So you're saying something wrong with your thyroid, right?
No. I don't know the blood work done, and it came up that it's the thyroid, but I have never felt this sick in my life. I feel so weak, helpless, I can't do anything. So I'm wondering if he would be able to help me. Yeah,
I could help you with that, but the question I'm asking you, what did the report say about the thyroid, you know? Is it that it's saying the thyroid low? Is it that the TSH was high? Is it that it's saying you have hyperthyroidism? What it is?
I don't know, but I have all the documents, but I have an appointment to see you on the 20th. Okay,
in which office? Okay, good. In which office, sorry? The 20th is what day? Shogona. Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, we could help you with that, man. In the meantime,
I have never felt like this in my entire life.
That will make you feel terrible. You'll feel that. Yeah, you'll feel.
I don't see side effects of that. Or if there's wrong with me, I don't know.
You don't worry. Come, I will sort you out. I'll tell you exactly where's the problem.
Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Batson.
All right, blessings. Have a good day, my friend.
Okay.
Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Dr. Batson.
Morning.
Dr. Batson, I have glaucoma. I had surgery on the right eye because it was a good eye, so they tried to save it. Now the left eye is the one that's badly damaged because my field of vision is very, very bad.
Right.
You know, the left eye. So, but they have me taking Kochap and Zanatan, but I can't lose. That's an expensive amount. So it's not too much. Even though I'm seeing, but like, you know, when I go it's like the shallow stairs because on the field of vision, you find you mostly things straight ahead and you have problems in things below.
Okay, so tell me something. But do you have diabetes?
No.
Hypertension?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
How long now?
Well, I only discovered it when I with the pressures going up.
And that's what I'm saying. So it would mean, but how much water you just drink? Honestly.
Well, sometimes I drink 6 glasses. Sometimes.
I ain't talking about now. I'm talking about long. I'm speaking about long time, not now.
Not too much.
Exactly. Everybody who I've known who have glaucoma is a dehydration problem. You know? Most people who have glaucoma is people who dehydrated. They don't drink sufficient amounts of water, but what happened? It interferes with the circulation in the brain. And then sometimes it's metabolic waste build up in the eyes. But I can help you with that situation, man. The eye optics formula, which is our eye drop that we have, that is one of the eye drops. And the thing is, you could use the eye optics formula with your other eye drops. It is not a problem, right? And what it does, it actually helps to reduce or remove metabolic waste from the eyes. Because remember, hypertension is ocular pressure in the eyes. You know, you either have open angle, not hypertension, glaucoma, sorry, is high ocular pressure in the eyes. So you either have open angle glaucoma or close angled. So but it depends on where the pressure applies the most. So the thing is, in using those eye drops, I've had a lot of clients who, in using their regular eye drop, they would average like about 20 in the right, maybe 19 to 11. And when they used the eye optics formula, they found that it went down to like 12 and 13. There was always significant improvement in the eyes. But we have to look at a lot of things. We have to.
It's higher, the pressure always higher in the left eye.
Yeah, most of the time, because circulation is usually worse on the left than on the right in the human body. Most people's circulation problem is on the left side. You know? 2/3 of your heart lies to the left of your body. Your heart is not in the center. Your heart is focused more left. So usually that's even when they're taking your blood pressure. That's why we just put it on the left arm and not the right. So a lot of the times, you know, but we can help in that situation, definitely. What you would like to look at, depending on how you get your appointment, that kind of thing, or if you could at least get some stuff, look at the Alkagen water, look at the IT, look at the eye optics formula. Those 3 things. And then you can also, I can make some recommendations there. You also need a vitamin C. So get a vitamin C 1000 and take 2000 milligrams every day. So take one with your breakfast, one with your dinner. And regarding your meals, you need to make some, yes. In terms of the meal situation, you were the one who told me about the meals, right? Was it you or was it the person before? Was it the person before? Yeah. Right. So, but as regards to your meals, try and use a lot of bright orange colored vegetables. So pumpkin, carrots, get a little bit, a little beetroot. Also get a vitamin A. All right. So a vitamin C and you need a vitamin A. From by me, you're getting Alkagen water, you're getting IT, and you're getting the eye optics formula. Depending on how your budget running, it have a product we used to call Optimizer. That has something they call pignogenol, which is actually is a pine bark extract product. So it actually helps with anthocyanins and that kind of thing. So it's healthy for the eyes, the retina, and that type of thing as well. All right?
So you could just walk in and purchase those stuff?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Oh, okay.
You can.
All right. So I'll do that.
All right, my dear.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
We are going to go back to our WhatsApp messages. We have a few of them. We're going to try our very best, our friends, to see how much we can get in here today. So let me see. Can retinopathy be reversed using medication? This person said, Dr. Batson, what could be used for bleeding behind the eyes and very blurred vision?
Eye optics formula. Eye optics. There's a lot of persons who have come to us. You guys must join. Well, I mean, I don't know all the audience may not necessarily be internet savvy, social media savvy, but there are a lot of testimonies on our page on Facebook, and we have some more coming, right, Shakil? Yes, Shaki owe me like 1 million testimonies, right? And you'll see a lot of people who testify about that eye optics. And though all those people couldn't lie, I don't have enough money to pay all those people. In fact, I would not even do that. to tell you the truth, right? Excellent results, excellent results. There is help for anything in the body, you know, but you have to be willing to do the do. You gotta walk the walk, and that's the thing with a lot of people. And walking the walk requires a lot of things: your mental state of mind, your diet, exercise, supplementation. And once you do, the people who have gotten the best results from me, let me give you an example. There was a lady who came to me without telling to. She said, Dr. Batson, I have to give you a testimony. I have to let people know how you helped out. This was her child, right? So I'm not saying whether it's a male or a female, but the individual had really bad problems with anxiety. I mean, it was atrocious. It was terrible. And to where this person was, to where they have come, watch me. The mother is surprised. She said, Dr. Batson, I didn't believe I would get this kind of results within the space of time. We do some work, eh? It took us a little time. I can't remember if it was maybe 3 to 6 months, maybe, but exceptionally good results in all aspects of the body. And that's what you have to do. Look, yesterday I was talking to Roma, that's the supervisor in the DBA office. And one of the things we were discussing is the clients who get the good results. There was someone who came to us sometime recently, the blood sugar was 400 and something. In a week time, the man blood sugar went from 4 something to 90 something in 1 week. 1 week time. Because he followed the instruction. And that's the thing with a lot of, now his situation might be different, of course, to some people. Some people, it might take them some days. Some people, there was a young man, he gave me a testimony. That's the guy who had called the radio. I think I was doing that program with you, Dion boy. And this guy who called and he was crying and saying how his sugar's so high, and he has his 2 daughters, and he can't work. Yes. And I told him to say his, what is his boy? I gave him a name to call himself. And then a lady said, well, careful, everybody go call the office and say, that is the name. But in any case, he went to the office. I wasn't I was in Tobago working, and the staff called.
That was maybe sometime last year.
Yeah, that was sometime last year or before last. Yeah.
He posed a challenge to you.
Yes, he did, and he even called the radio program and gave a testimony. And watch me, he just used the blood sugar tea, and that man's blood sugar went. This man's sugar used to be 5 something, I'm thinking of. Wow. And in 2 days' time, using that blood sugar tea, that sugar went from 5 something and it come down to 200 and something. He said he has never, in the last 5 years, see sugar under 200. Under 300, sorry. You can imagine that? And then from the week, it went down to 1 something.
Yeah.
The eyesight improved so you could get results. You just have to do what, follow instructions. The Bible say, obedience is better than sacrifice. All right.
Let's okay, so someone is saying here, good morning. Let me get it.
When you finish, I have to go through some.
Someone says that you can't get him. Oh yes, Facebook. They said you can't get, someone is saying here, 2 persons actually said that you can't get Himalayan salts in certain groceries. This person said they have been getting it there for years.
Okay.
All right. So thank you very much. So Dr. Batson?
Yeah, let me just say a pleasant good morning to our Facebook family. Let me just see if I could just pick up some things fast on Facebook. The thing is, these comments just go up so quickly. Yeah, so Miss Arlene Barnett is saying, good morning. Do you have biovitamin, fat-soluble supplements? Is it a type of B vitamin or vitamin B1? Actually, it is. We carry B complex. We don't have them separately. And what I normally recommend would be nutrient-dense greens, where you could actually get a better source of that. But it's something that I could always get for you, or I could direct you in a place where it may have. Ms. Pat Brown is saying it's true. Having an anxiety attack, is harmful. Ms. Helen Richardson is saying baking soda is good for what? And she puts a question mark. Baking soda, I tell persons they could sell a pack of baking soda for $1 billion. Not $1 million, but $1 billion, which is 1,000 million, right? Simply because of what baking soda has the ability to do. 1 is a detoxifier to the body. 2, it also helps to balance the salts in your body to an extent. It's excellent for your kidneys. What you need to just pay attention not to elevate. People think baking soda will elevate your blood pressure, and it does in the initial aspect. But when the system becomes balanced, it actually helps to balance and regulate the blood pressure as well. There's a lot of things it can do. I normally recommend you use a half teaspoon in 8 ounces of water first thing in the morning. Half teaspoon in 8 ounces of water, that's room temperature water first thing in the morning, and it does help. Okay. Miss Josie Smith is saying, I sent my details as you advised, Dr. Batson, but haven't heard from your team as yet. There's Josie Smith. I know, okay, that has to do with the international consultation and the product ordering. So maybe they didn't get to you because that week, last week, we had a lot of people, like everybody who outside and wanted information, sent in information. So they haven't forgotten you. They just haven't gotten to you as yet. They should get to you by this week here. Okay? Okay, Dion, over to you.
All right, so we have someone sent here. They said, good morning. Can you... Okay, so Dr. Batson, they're asking how much is for the diabetic, the tea that you use for diabetes, for those who are diabetic. And they said, my nerves are badly damaged in my feet due to diabetic.
Neuropathy.
Yeah, neuropathy. Can the nerves restore the nerves in my feet?
The nerve restore will help. It can help, but you need nerve restore alone wouldn't do that. You need nerve restore. You need optimizer. You're going to need a lot of advanced omega or the omega. You're going to need a lot of omegas in that diet. You're also going to need some magnesium. But you got to get a good source of magnesium. So I normally use magnesium. There's a particular magnesium I use. Is it citric boy? I can't remember it off the top of my head, but it's a liquid magnesium. I don't really use tablet magnesium, so solid. I prefer the liquid one. I find it works better. The absorption is also better as well in the body. There's a particular brand that I carry, which is easy. That as that reaches, it sells out. And we bring a lot in that. So we should be getting back stock like in about the next 2 weeks again. That is something that's going to help you in that situation. That's going to help you in that situation. Okay?
Definitely. We have someone here who is saying, they said, once again, it's an informative program. Health is truly your wealth.
Amen.
Thank you very much, Camille. Someone says here, Dr. Batson, do you have any medication for asthma?
Yeah, man. I know what you mean. Yeah, definitely. If I do have that, I mean, I need some licks, man. Yeah, we have a lot of things. We actually got a really good product recently to help with breathing, and the reviews on that are amazing for the little bit of time that we have been carrying it. The silver, the mineral formula always helps. The lungs tea is also good. There's a product we carry called enzyme formula. Big product. I was frustrated for some time when I couldn't get that product. I mean, I never worked so hard to source something, apart from when I had to source those products that we did for the nerve restore. But we finally got the enzyme formula, and that product helps with a lot. It's actually very good for things like pulmonary fibrosis, tuberculosis, bronchitis, those type of things. Because with COVID going around, I always tell people, if you have a respiratory disorder, you need to be very careful. You are 10 times more likely to die from COVID as opposed to anybody else if you have a respiratory problem, because we know COVID significantly affects your respiratory system. So that's something to pay very close attention to.
Dr. Batson, someone is asking here as well. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I could squeeze in this particular one. Can poor circulation contribute to an irregular heartbeat? And how can someone tell if they have a blood clot?
So can poor circulation contribute to an irregular heartbeat? Yes, it can. Arrhythmia, angina, or those type of situations. Even though a myocardial, myocardial infarction, which is the medical term for heart attack, could be as a result of poor circulation. Definitely. As regards to the situation with blood clots, that you need to be careful. The thing is, blood clots are very dangerous. They are more dangerous depending on where they find themselves. If they go by your lungs or lysis, you're in real trouble. That is very easy. They go by your heart, very easy. Pulmonary embolisms, those type of things, they go up to your head, trouble. So there are things that you could use to decrease clots or to dissolve clots. Something that everybody should know about by now is turmeric. I'm sure if you don't know about turmeric, well, you're living under a rock. The thing with turmeric, you need to be very careful because turmeric can cause women to bleed. Because turmeric is a serious blood thinner. So in using it, you need to use a little bit. Like I tell people, you take like an inch. That's how I use mine. I put an inch. Sometimes I throw it in your sterilizer. I put the sterilizer with a little bit of water. Put it, throw it out one time, and very hot water. I take it and throw on it, and I leave it for a while, and then I would drink it. And I would do that like maybe about once, twice for the week, depending, But you can't drink that every day. You need to be very careful. At Batson & Associates, there's a product we have, Circulation Plus is a good product. The Circulation Tea, which I know we're pretty low on right now, but we should be getting shortly because that tea is like in high demand. Advanced and balanced circulation, we're getting back, or we have rather, but the circulation, the advanced circulation, which is going to be liquid circulation, we didn't have that for a while, and we'll actually be getting back that, because of COVID, we won't get in onto the suppliers. I don't know what happened to them. So we had to seek alternative, right? But again, we got back samples and everything is good with that. So we should have that in about the next 2 weeks again as well. A lot of things we carry for circulation at Batson & Associates, a lot.
Dr. Batson, I'm going to take one last, we have just a few minutes again.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to take this message here. Someone is saying, Dr. Batson, I'm trying to get pregnant since 2018. I am 26 years of age. Just wanted to know what I can take to help this situation. They said I have PCOS.
Polycystic ovarian syndrome.
Yeah. So they're asking what can help.
Santunan, alkagen water. If you eat meat, especially plenty chicken, you need to stop it. Women's formula, female balance. And depending on how bad it is, you're going to have to get some enzyme formula too. Because the possibility exists, you may not only have polycystic ovarian syndrome, you may have some fibroids as well. So we need to cleanse that out. And once you do that, you don't have a problem. I mean, we have some few testimonies well with women who came to us with that situation and they have children now. So, not hard to fix.
Sorry, I hope the person is okay. So I'm guess they're listening. All right, let's see who's there really quickly. Hello, good morning, welcome. Okay, so you need to lower your radio for us, please. Yes, could you lower your radio for us, please?
Yes. Do you have any product for memory but not losing weight?
For memory and what?
But not losing weight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cerebral will help. So basically, let me see if I understand what he's asking. He's asking if we have a product that he could take for memory, but it wouldn't cause him to lose weight.
Yeah, so he's maybe saying that,
yeah, right. Whatever is natural. No. Oh, he's there, sir. Okay.
What is the name of the product?
It's called Cerebral.
Do you have it in St. James?
Yes, we do, sir.
Okay, I'll check it.
Okay,
all
sir.
Right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, and finally, we have a voice note. Let's hear.
Good morning, Professor B and Dr. Batson. Dr. Batson, can you tell me if you have any products for paralysis of the skin?
Yeah, we do. We do, definitely. Always keep in mind any issue related to skin, whether it's dermatitis, atopic dermatitis, psoriatic dermatitis, psoriasis, any of those things, lichen planus, any things. I don't know why these doctors deciding to take biopsy on people's skin. There's a new thing now. Apparently, there's a new thing in Trinidad. They cut a piece of your skin and carrying it to a lab to tell you what you have. I find that's utter and total nonsense. Believe me, of the highest degree. And I mean, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody. I just find that's foolishness. I would not do anybody that. I wouldn't recommend that because there has to be a reason why you have those issues, and those issues are usually underlying issues. That has nothing to do with your skin, in all honesty. It's an underlying issue. Excuse me. Whether it be gastrointestinal, liver, kidney, whatever the case may be. it is, you can't be cutting off piece of my skin to send it and all that. That's madness. That's making you're doing your work halfway. That's halfway. That's not even practicing medicine. I don't know what that is. But anyway.
Cutting off pieces of your skin?
Yeah, they do that. You take a biopsy. These doctors now, they want to take biopsy for everything. Biopsies, you have to be very careful with those things. I always tell people that, and that's not me just trying to, I mean, there are a lot of people who would not agree with me, and I have no problem with that. I'm entitled to my own very educated and very experienced opinion, right? And I cannot see the logic and the sense in that. I have had, there was this particular, without saying too much, there was a lady who I dealt with who had light gen planners, and it was getting, and this is not to get graphic, this light gen planners was so bad. I've never met the person. The person never come to see me. She talked to me on the phone because it was a friend of somebody who knew. This particular individual, the light gen planners was so bad, it was reaching to the point where it was actually reaching close to their private area. I'm talking about. So you know, Mary concerned because Mary can't do nothing with nobody because everybody will feel Mary sick, right? All of these big people we are sense, right? So she's concerned, Dr. Batson, ting. I said, listen to me, you don't study that. You do exactly what it is I tell you to do. I gave her the inflammation formula, silver with mineral formula, the advanced chlorophyll, optimizer, and I give her gel to apply. Watch me. In 2 weeks' time, that woman called me on the phone. You swear. Watch me. She said, Dr. Batson, if you was here now, I'll hug you. I don't know how much to say thank you again. Watch me know, and this happened over about 2 years now, and she still don't have a problem. Still don't have a problem. I didn't want to send her to go and take no biopsy to cut off now. What are you going to do that for? That is not making any sense. And I told her, and remember, I never meet this person, phone conversation here. I said, listen to me, you don't drink water. She said, Dr. Batson, no, you know that. I say, I'm not, I said, think good, you don't drink water. And then when she really when I ask people that question, that's to tell you how people sometimes don't even focus and don't know themselves. That's some people you ask them, how much water you just drink? You know, I never check it. Good grief, you don't know how much water you just drink? Water is a fundamental part of you being healthy, and you don't know how much you just drink? Sometimes I ask people, how much bowel movement you just have? Hey, you know, must be 1 or 2. You don't know how much time you're going to the toilet? Come on, man. Sometimes I ask them, so what kind of bowel movement do you have? Yes, be hard, it's like China. Well, you know, I don't know. Listen to me. When you go in the toilet, it belongs to you. You need to take a little look back. You have to. Some other blood coming out and you don't know. You can imagine you stooling blood and you don't know you're stooling blood. Come on, man. Come on. You have to pay attention to yourself. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. I just always tell people that. And you know, someone was telling me recently, well, Dr. Batson, you know, these things are expensive. I said, let me tell you something. You're talking nonsense. In the context of this, when you have to, insurance, right? Everybody know why insurance companies exist, right? Right. What I want to say, I can't say. But in any case, look, Dion doing myself. Yeah, no, I'm not anti-insurance. I just find in some cases, I pay all that money, and I find out it could give me back something. I mean, yes, I'll get a decrease, but I find out it could, you know, the insurance should just say, we get a customer appreciation. Insurance should have customer appreciation. I pay all this motor insurance for all these years, and I never get an accident. They should say, well, Dr. Batson, here, you pay insurance for 10 years, we will give you back 5 years insurance, and come by me with a boat, a big box or something. But we know that ain't going to happen. But in any case, the point I'm making is that you have to take insurance. And if you take insurance for critical illness, you will know why that insurance policy is so high. Right? Let me say this very quickly. It is because if you have to do a triple bypass, you have to spend $300,000-$400,000. If God forbid your kidney go bad on you because you're hard now, you don't listen, you don't drink water, and you like plenty rum, you're going to realize that a kidney is about $3 million. And we're not talking about aftercare service. So where are you going to get $3 million? As opposed to coming by Dr. Batson and spending less than $100 and getting some kidney tea to protect your kidneys. Perspective, people, perspective. Okay? So I know we running out of time, Dion, and I'm going to be continuing my live on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, just for a little while again. But let me say thank you very much to the listeners of Sky 99.5. Thank you very much, Mr. Dion. I do apologize for my timing this morning. I had something, I was taking a call that I couldn't come off of, an international call. So that's why I was delayed, right? You know, so as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. God bless you guys and continue to have a safe time. You know, they open back up everything, so please be careful. Don't be going all over the place and breathing on everybody, please. COVID is still around. Okay, God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day.
And sucking people's finger.
Yes, it's finger sucking zombie.
For being here with us, all right? Enjoy the rest of your day. Continue blessings and love to you, all right?
Yes, Dion. Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye now.
Yeah, man.
This is Sky 99.5.
Yeah. So Facebook, let me just quickly wrap up with you guys. Ooh, we have plenty for today, boy. Dr.Batson spoke of omega for vascular dementia and diabetic neuropathy. Any brand recommendation? There are so many options available. Yes, we have the one that we have with astaxanthin, and we also carry the advanced omega. So you can check that out. Okay. So you guys, I have had a very, very good program. I would have really liked to spend some more time with you all, but I am hungry. Like really, really hungry. That laugh I laughed there, I think it sucked out my breakfast. So, you know, it's always a pleasure to meet you guys' company. I do owe you a Sunday evening program, but of course I have to speak to Shakil before, because Shakil is a gentleman who, you know, or is industrious. He's always doing something, so I have to make sure and try and book his time early. So most likely next week, please God, we will work out something, and then we will go from there. Okay. So remember those telephone numbers. You can give us a call on 222-8261. That's 222-8261, as well as 314-9975. That's 314-9975. And those locations, we are located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That's Money Talks building in Montreux, Shogunas. We're also on the corner of Ramsey Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe, as well as Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and the Triangle Building in Scarborough, Tobago. Miss Adeline George said, good morning, Dr. Batson. Can you recommend a product for allergies caused by the Sahara dust, itchy nose, throat, eyes, and confusion in the head? Can't stop wheezing. Yeah, the silver or the mineral formula, Longs Tea. The Optimizer is also very good. Inflammation formula will help as well. You could throw in some alkaline water there. Okay? So you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. God bless, and we will talk. Take care of yourself. Remember, as we always say at Batson & Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. God bless, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care.